I mean, it's the same computer as yesterday and the day before that. I haven't done anything.
No two-factor authentication with paper and ink.
You don't have to log into your notebook?
No. You just open it up and start using it. It's brilliant.
I have gotten myself a notebook, a digital notebook. I have wanted this for many years, and now I got a voice recorder. Just press a button and it starts recording, and I have it in my car because I always have an idea when I'm in my car, but faffing around, getting your phone up and recording, that's a hassle. So I just want something that I press and then I can record. And speaking of two-factor authentication, that's not a thing. And I'm thinking, what if I lose that one and someone finds it and press play? They are going to get a shit show of random ideas. And then, of course, should I put my name on it so that if I lose it, someone can... No, I don't want... I don't want anyone to listen to it and then have a name to add to those thoughts. Because that is very much unfiltered.
Can you add something like, if you haven't recorded a message in 3 days, it just deletes everything? Just to be sure.
That should have been a function, yeah.
But I just thought that you used WhatsApp for that, in all the different groups.
Yeah.
Damn! What was the TV show with the self-combusting tape players?
Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible. Yeah, you'll have to do some sort of Mission Impossible hack on it. So if you lose it, it just catches fire.
I would be so stressed in that situation. Of this message will self-destruction in 5 seconds. No, I don't want. No, cancel. Oh, damn it.
Oh,
well, my memory for is shit, so I would just... All right. It played me a very intricate set of instructions that I now don't remember, so...
It's like the fellow who lost a hard drive. Did you remember? Did this news get as far as... outside
the Bitcoin hard drive that this gentleman has been digging through a landfill for in the last 10 years.
He bought the landfill site in order to try and find it, and I don't believe he's found it yet.
No, not the last time I saw that story.
I mean, that's a life.
That's a whole life. Just let it go. Sometimes shit happens and you've just got to let it go.
But how much was on that drive?
Oh, it's some Bitcoin. I mean, I don't know how this shit works, but...
it's a life-changing amount.
Yeah. How can you not keep track of that?
No. But I mean, once they launched it, it was just some novelty, and if you're into IT, you just try everything. And I tried the beta version of that, and I tried a bit of this, and that hard drive was thrown away. Then again, says the one who has never thrown away a hard drive in his life.
So, me too. I mean, I still have some 200 megabyte drives laying in a box because... This could be fun to have for a project sometime.
But I mean, it's what they say. It's better to be sorry for something you did than something you didn't do. Now, he's sorry because he got a shitload of Bitcoins, which he now can't find. I have all my hard drives since I was 12, but I never got around to mining for Bitcoin. How dumb am I?
Yeah. But I mean, that it is a good thing. I thought about that as well because I looked into it when came about, and it was really hard for someone outside of the US to actually do it. You had to prove identification, and it was a lot of steps. So I thought, no, I won't do that. And then it passed like $1 or something like that, or $5, something like that. And I thought, oh no, the train has gone. No, it's not going to go up anymore. And I just didn't think about it.
That being said, that if sometime in the future Baywatch pictures downloaded on a 28.8 baud modem becomes currency, I'm moving to the Bahamas.
I think those were the folders I actually deleted back in the day.
I am a married man now. Do I need these folders? No.
I am thoroughly under the impression that Bitcoin and all that cryptocurrency, it's just a pyramid scheme scam.
Yes.
Yeah. All these things.
In some way.
It's worth this much. Well, not really. It's worth this much because somebody somewhere says it's worth this much.
That's like football cards and all of that.
If you get in on the top of the pyramid and then you leave early enough, then yeah, it might be lucrative for you. But
no, but once it becomes popular and everyone becomes a crypto bro, no, you've just sunk a load of real money into some fake thing, which is only really important to you and all the other people who says it's important.
But I saw, what's this, Johnny Harris? I'm not sure. I saw a documentary about this. Because money, very early on, the banks are now circulating more theoretical money than they have physical gold to back it up.
Yeah.
So if everyone at the same time goes to the bank and I would like to have my money out in cash, they can't cover it. So we're still on this agreement-based currency that, yes, those numbers on this app that pops up is very much a currency that I can trade instead of seashells and shrubbery. But yeah, if the system tanks, there is no backup there.
Do you mean that your banks actually have cash nowadays? I don't think. I mean, there's a handful that still have it here.
Yeah, we have one bank in Oslo, I think, and if you make an appointment a half year in advance, you might go and cash in your kid's kiddie bank and get that transferred into a bank account. But of course, if it's more than £2, then you have to fill out 14 pages of anti-fraud disclaimers and whatnot and get vetted from the government and whatnot. And you get listed on an Interpol list for, he's a cash dealer. You need to keep an eye on him.
I've seen videos crop up over here of someone who just, they want to take out some money. I mean, not an enormous amount of money, a few £100, £1,000 in cash. And they're just getting this third degree. What do you want it for? What are you going to spend it on? Who are you buying from? I'm like, it's my money in cash.
I'm going to buy a drug on the corner.
I can do with it. Well, King, please. Please and thank you. Now give me my money.
That's the problem, though, with having kids. You try to teach them monetary value, and they got each of their wallets, beautiful wallets, rainbows and unicorns all around. And the tooth fairy is struggling, at least in Norway, because there is no cash around. So, yeah, the tooth fairy was here, and you now have £2 extra on your savings account. What? I mean, they don't have computers or a bank account, so it's all on us. And then, yeah, sometimes you have some cash, and then they go to the store, and yeah, the store don't have change. The automats that take the cash, they don't work. And then, of course, if you have 3 people behind you, then trying to sit there and patiently wait for a 5-year-old to put all her coins in that slot to pay for something that she bought. So, yeah, they're not making it easy.
I think we have a closed system here at home instead, because we have say 100 quid or something like that in loose change in a jar. And I just use that for the youngest weekly allowance. So given then he wants to buy something, probably online because he wants weird shit. So okay, then I will buy it for you, and now you owe me 50 quid. Okay, so give me 50 quid of your money. Thank you. Here you can have the thing, and then I put that back in the rotation again, and on it goes. And so far, he has not saved up enough that completely cleaned out that jar.
You know, I had an idea many years ago. It has a few flaws that you will probably point out early on, but I thought, who is making money in any times, good or bad? Banks. So if I have a lot of money, which I don't have, then why don't I just be a bank? I just vet the people that I lend my money to, and then I use an interest rate slightly under the banks. And that is free money. And yes, that's how a bank operates. But now I got a new scheme. Because people are getting kids every year, new kids, and this cash thing is a problem. So what if I start a subscription service, which we all love? I mean, the world is going subscription.
Yeah.
So now you can subscribe on cash. For $9.99 a month, I will send you a monthly envelope with $5 cash. So instead of you having the hassle trying to find a bank and it's only open in 2 hours while you're at work, I go to the bank and I handle all the cash and I send them to you in the mail. I think we have a business case here. I'm going to have to do some maths.
This is skirting dangerously into the waters of being a loan shark.
No, I'm not lending it. They're paying for money. And then of course there is someone.
Interest up front.
I can buy cash from you. So if I transfer you this amount of money, then you will give me another amount of money that is traceable in a bank. Yes.
Yeah,
I think you will probably get very popular in other circles than parents of toddlers.
You will get a visit from big burly guys in matching coats. From one association or another, the closest one to you, who would like you to stop or take over your business. I'm pretty sure.
And what should I call it? Tooth Fairy Inc. Yeah, let's have the logo and everything. This is, yeah.
Tooth Fairy Inc. Cash advances and money laundering a speciality. Take that dirty cash and turn it into nice, clean, traceable cash.
Then there are 10 bearded guys on a motorcycle and leather vests come in and like a bag of teeth. We want exchanges in cash. So, how did you acquire these teeth? Don't ask. We have a strictly don't ask, don't tell policy. And then I have a separate company which make dentures.
You've really put far too much thought into this.
Someone did not have enough to do at work today.
This is not just today. He's been working on this for a while.
A retirement scheme, it sounds like.
So, welcome to a new episode of the Make Crude Mistakes podcast with KJ from Crude But Efficient, Phil from Phil Makes Things, and myself from Behind the Mistakes. 122, is it?
Yes, yeah, that is correct.
Speaking of subscription services, I saw someone who claimed that I've tried this free trial period of 2026 and I want to cancel the subscription already. So not sure how's it at your end?
If I keep my head down, only focus on right here, right now, it's pretty good. But as soon as you lift your gaze over the horizon, then it feels bad again.
Yeah, I saw that meme too, and I saw a similar one of I don't really want a new year. I'd like a 1998 or a 2005. If it's in not too bad condition.
Just to be safe, let's go back to the 1900s. It feels better.
Which year is it? I want to go back to where I still had cabled internet, but before all the cookies and that I have to accept or decline this for every web page you go into. Whatever year between those two, I'll happily go there.
So we're not on dial-up modems, but you're on an ISDN line or similar.
Yeah, or better. Yeah, so
or better.
Yeah.
So after 98 at least.
I'm thinking you're going to be early 2000s.
Yeah.
If we could get Windows XP, then we are in. I think we're getting to the sweet spot. 2003, maybe.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Didn't we talk about this in an episode a while ago?
Yeah, I got a bit of a deja vu. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's not talk about the rest of the world. That just gets you depressed. Phil,
right,
how is that project going?
Well, good heavens. You know,
Do we have progress?
Got any glue?
it's finished.
Finished?
Finished. Well,
Wow.
You can't claim it's finished and then say, well.
there's no more construction or making to be done. It's all about the oil-based finish now.
Yeah, so it's finished.
It's finished, but it isn't finished.
That was tongue twister. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. It's got one coat on already, and it needs a little bit of buffing back and another coat, and then it will be finished.
So it's progress at least.
It's progress, yes, exactly. It's only taken 2-3 months to make what is ostensibly a box.
Must be a bloody great box.
It's an amazing box. Oh my God, it's a mind-blowing box. But it is just a box with a lid. But no, I'm very pleased with it. And I've shown it to a few people who have said, wow, that's amazing. I'm sorry, that was me trying to be positive, but it doesn't work.
Yeah, but you know what could have been worse is like, oh, can you make me one?
Well, someone said you could sell these legitimately. They're really, really nice. And I said, yes, but if it takes me 3 months to make one, I'm going to have to sell them for quite a lot of money.
Or have a really bad hourly wage.
You have that guy in New York who sells handmade canoes for $100,000. He only makes one every year and a half or something like that. So it's just about pricing
and marketing.
Yeah.
So,
and a canoe is basically just a box.
It is a long, shallow box with pointy ends.
But speaking of marketing, you should just do like he did then. You should try to get an interview or an article written. And I think he was in the Times. So that would be a nice spot. And then you just...
That can't be too hard, can it?
Yeah, meet Phil, the maker of the $1 million... Can I say what it is?
Yeah.
The box. And
the $1 million box.
All the eccentric billionaires like, ooh, $1 million box. I would like one of those.
Sorry, it's very exclusive. There's a 3-month wait.
The $1 million box, that's a good YouTube title as well. Yeah. When eventually it comes out.
Yeah, eventually it comes. Yeah, because I haven't even started editing it yet. And there's a lot of footage.
Just do that is kind of fun. Do a rather correct calculation of the value of the thing, factoring in your normal wage, hourly wage, and that sort of thing. Because it's a gift, so you want to. This is how much I love you because this gift is worth this much.
Not in physical properties, but just in time and blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah.
I will do that. I'll jot that down. What's my hourly rate?
I'll do that on my next project as well. It takes so much time that I've started editing while I'm building. So like I've edited up to a certain point, and all right, now I need to go and do some more so I can record some more, and then kind of dictates what you do and what you film. But yeah.
Maybe I should do that as well.
I was kind of annoyed because I was doing something on it just the other day, and I was recording it, and I went to turn the camera off, and I thought, that's not recording. It definitely was recording. I thought, and it's one of those things that you can't go back and do again.
Yeah,
you can do this once.
I've done that several times last week actually, because the camera is running, and you move it without pressing the button to stop it. And then you reposition it, and then you forget that you didn't turn it off. So then before you start working, then you press the button to start recording, but you're basically turning it off instead. So I've done that. And when you're cutting things on a bandsaw, it's very hard to go back. And of course, you can hold them together and like chuck them through. Voila!
Very much so. I had the exact thing in my last video. If you watch that oak toilet. So you don't see me cut it roughly oval, because I did not turn the camera on for that. I turned it on when I tried to turn it off instead. So you don't see, but it's a really quick clip, so no one notices.
I did that. Mine just ran out of space on the memory card. So I had some of what I'd done, but not all. So use your imagination.
I'm sure we can. I'm sure you have footage enough for that project.
Look at this. It was one way, and now it's another way. Work out what happened. So how about anybody else's making mistakes? Or just making in general?
I'm not sure if maybe the entire project is a mistake. I'm building a car to my youngest daughter because I made one for my oldest. So it's a hand-carved wooden car with skateboard wheels. And I remember it as being fun and quick. So you cut some layers on a bandsaw, and I have the sketches from last time. So I just glue that on some pieces of wood and trace that on the bandsaw, and then you clamp them together and glue them. And then you have a rough form of a car, and then you just spend a couple of hours with a rasp. And it's good fun. You see something take the shape, and now I'm at the point where I'm doing everything that I've forgot I had to do last time. So now yesterday I mixed 2-component putty to put on, and then I have to sand that. And that is amazingly fine powder, and it smells crap. So you have to have a respirator mask on, and that's going to take... You're going to sand it, and then you're going to put on some more, and then you're going to sand it, and then you're going to prime it, and then you see you missed a few spots where you need to put in some more putty, and you will do that. And so it's going to be a week or two of just sanding. And then it's the same with painting, right? You paint and you have to wait, and then you wet sand, then you paint. So it's 2 or 3 weeks with the most boring thing that we all hate. And last time I did it in not exactly the summer, but it was warm enough that you could do the spray painting outside. I can't do that now when it's -15. So, and I don't have a paint booth, and I have so much shit in my workshop that I don't want covered in spray paint. So I have to set up a makeshift box with a vacuum cleaner to pull some air through it. And so I added a spray booth and a downdraft table to my list. So I started one project and ended up getting 2 more.
That's excellent value for money as well. I mean, if you can use those things again, it's not too bad, I suppose. If it's collapsible and you can fold it down and you can store it somewhere.
Yes, that's the key part of having it.
Yeah.
Not take up half your shop.
It's the sort of thing you're always going to need at some point in the future, but if you can stash it away somewhere.
I saw a small portable. There are several, of course. A small portable paint booth with some storage underneath, which I really want to build because it's a cool build. But I need to have the garage built first. I have some place to put it. But yeah, that would be something that one could use. But up until that, I'm just gonna 3D print a connection for my vacuum dust collector with some spikes on the backside, so you can just punch it through the bottom of an old used cardboard box, and then you can put a negative pressure in that. So because we always have some cardboard box laying around, and worst case scenario, it's £2 at the hardware store, so you can buy the biggest box and you can use that one until it's soaked in paint, and you can just set fire to it.
I saw someone who they used to use those like in HVAC systems. You get those massive, big square filters.
Ah, yeah.
And they're pretty cheap. You just grab one of those and mount it in a frame and stick a fan behind it to suck air through it. Yeah, it works pretty well.
Yeah.
And then you're not clogging up fans or vacuums with paint or varnish or anything.
It's a matter of having a long enough hose. So it will catch everything, but then it might get calcified. You get a smaller and smaller hose over time.
Yeah, I think instead of using the vacuum cleaner, I was thinking I did just assemble and mount like a ventilator for the bathroom, and you get the cheapest one of those. It's just a 220-volt fan.
Yeah.
So I could have that in a hose, and you could just put that outside the workshop door. Because I don't just blow it straight through, and then I don't care about that fan. You can, for all the paint that I do, it's gonna last me probably a lifetime before it get clogged and gunked up with enough paint residue, I think.
Yeah.
Was it Evan Monsma who used? No, that was a that wasn't a spray booth fan though. He was using old computer case fans. I think that was for venting like the soldering iron and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Which works. But, smaller amount of smoke, but just as toxic. Don't breathe that stuff in.
I do actually have, over my workbench, I have a vent through the wall, and I have been thinking of getting a hose and a computer fan just for extracting fumes when I do soldering. That would be nice.
I've got a garage door which is always open, so if the wind's going in the right direction, it's fine. I was using some spray varnish the other night in quite a strong. I mean, it was gale force, and I was trying to mask off with newspaper and tape. It was not very successful. I had to give up.
But it's a bit sad. I mean, in the summertime, I have the garage door open as well, and I saw the last video of Laura Kampf. It's like, you people that have workshops in Los Angeles, it's yeah, it's open door every year, every day.
Yeah, but the problem if you have an open door, like I've done a couple of times, I do all my spray painting outside and I just have the garage door open, but I stand outside. But then the fumes go inside the workshop and up through the house, so the entire house smells of spray paint instead. Because you get the chimney effect. So you got to remember to close the inner doors.
Yeah.
Time to convert that pergola.
Yeah.
Put some wrinkly tin on the top. There you go. There's your paint booth.
Yeah, and then you get some what's this very hard, dense canvas fabric you put on that on the sides to just help the draft on that. Just need to put some light insulation in it, and a heater. You just need a garage door to just keep the neighbors out, and voila, a garage.
Just to really set it all off, yeah.
I know for me it hasn't been that much making. I mean, the only thing physical I've done is sewn on a bottle pocket on my kid's backpack because he didn't have one. And I mean, he got a backpack for Christmas, and then they come home the second day for school with the water bottle upside down inside the big space in it. And I felt this will not do. So I've luckily found some fabric that was exactly the same from an old car protection thing, and I just made a pocket out of it and sewed it on. But it's kind of hard to sew on in a backpack because you need to stick your hand inside it and that sort of thing. You can't do it in a machine. So it took a while, but it came out really good. But other than that, it's just finishing the Bog-Oak Oak Bog video.
Yeah, I still need to watch that.
Yeah, I saw the. I mean, I've been transporting the kids back and forth all day. So I just saw the video launched, but I have not had the time to watch it. So
Yeah. Same.
And you call yourself friends.
Busy friends. Yeah.
It's good. It feels good to have it out at least. So now they started the new year, and I mean, I have roughly the target of releasing a video a month. That's my yearly plan, so to say. And if I can go a bit above that, that's what I'm hoping for. But one video a month, that's I'm happy with myself. So now I'm free for 30 days. That feels good.
Well, I suppose in last week's revelation that I'd put out 10 videos last year, it's almost one a month.
Yeah, it's close.
But I feel that they were very sort of clumped together in the sort of the middle 6 months of the year.
I mean, this is on average as well, so I don't have to do one every month. That's not the. I mean, it's good if they're closer than 30 days, but they don't have to be.
I mean, if you do 5, 6 now, then you don't have to stress the rest of the year, and then you're thinking that you don't need to stress the rest of the year, and then come October,
You don't stress.
and, oh no, I have only 5 or 6, so then you have to rush. So it's stressful either way.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is really, really work hard, make 12 videos in January, and then just drip them out across the year.
It's always winter at Phil's.
And he's always wearing that bear hat with earmuffs on, and yeah.
Exactly. Does he ever change that jumper?
Always have a Band-Aid on his left pinky as well.
It's just a trademark. It's just a thing, you know, a tick.
Find your thing. Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Do you anyone got any big plans, any big builds, or?
No, nothing big in winter.
I mean, for the rest of the year.
Yeah, for the rest of the year, I have lots of possibilities, but no.
Shed load of lampposts.
Yeah, I have. I kind of forget them because now they're under a lot of snow. But I will remember it in springtime. I guarantee it. So then that's for summertime.
Oh, look, the daffodils are coming up, and so are the lampposts. Oh, yeah.
Lampposts and daffodils. That sounds like a poem or a song. Grateful Dead. I don't know.
It's K.J.'s fourth rock folk album.
Swedish midsummer folk rock album. Yeah.
I can't wait to listen to it.
Yeah, that might be.
Fucking love me some Swedish midsummer folk rock.
Yeah, but other than that, I don't think I have any big plans.
I was reminded the other day of a drawing desk, which I agreed to make for someone almost a year ago. And I haven't done it. And I said, any danger of that ever happening? And I said, do you still want it? It's for their daughter. It was now a year older and a year taller, and now all of a sudden all my dimensions are no longer relevant. So yeah, maybe that's on the cards. I don't know.
So are you treating that like you do or at least I do, the to-do list at work, that some things are far down on the list because you hope that someone will tell you that thing we talked about, it's not important anymore.
Yep. We're not doing that anymore. Oh, are we not? Oh, okay.
No, I'm looking through my list, and no, I don't have anything big or fantastic. One thing I thought about this year that I should try to make some Halloween decorations well before Halloween. and not think about it like a week before, because that's not good with how I work. So if anyone feels like reminding me in like a month or so before Halloween, at least, that would be nice.
That's the problem, because I have a Halloween costume on my list, and I realized that if it's going to be done for Halloween, I have to start now. So I've already now realized that it's not happening this year.
Well, it's good that you can kill it so early, at least.
Yeah.
So when in the year are you supposed to start it to be able to finish for next year's Halloween? Is it now for next year?
Yes. I have not seen, or I have seen many of these projects, but not that many that I think is good. But there is one guy who has done it, and what I want to make is the wrong trousers from Wallace and Gromit, the green ones with the suspenders and the rubber bellow legs, and making the body of the pants. Can you say that? That I could do relatively easy, but I want to have the bellows for the legs, and you can't buy bellows that big. And of course, I could get some bicycle tubing and glue those together and so on. But if you're going to buy 10 of those for each of your legs, they become kind of expensive. And it's still not going to look all that good. And of course, I found this guy online. He made a mold and he cast them in like liquid rubber latex thing. And that looked awesome. So I could do that, but it would take a long time, and that the liquefied latex thingy, it's kind of pricey as well. So it's the project where I think the fun thing will be to make the pants, the upper part with all the buttons and the rivets, and but I need to do the rubber feet first, and then once you have them, you can do the fun part. But I'm not the one for starting with the difficult, boring things of my project. I start with the fun thing, and I realize I've dug myself too deep.
Does it have to be rubber? Can't you fake that with some foam covered in something?
Yeah, I was thinking of something, and then I could pull some just black pantyhose over that.
Yeah.
But then again, it would chafe. Depending on what you use, of course.
Okay, you are definitely not a cosplayer. Oh no, this will be uncomfortable. Rookie.
I've seen that people go and they're like, "Oh, it's so hot," and I almost passed out. Insert a fan then. How about an ice cube system, or a cooler, or AC? Yeah.
And not being able to sit down, or
Yeah, and you need two people to help you get it on. That's no.
I mean, those legs. I mean, I suppose it's a bit like the bottom of those, one of those like real high pressure diving suits, where it's sort of encased in the thing. So really, they don't bend, do they? They're sort of they're modular. So each piece just moves around each other. So maybe you could do something like that.
Yeah,
but maybe I don't know. That's right outside my area of expertise.
That being said, though, since I last thought about this project, I have acquired a 3D printer, so I could make those Michelin Man rings with a hole in the middle that matches my foot. But it will be plastic, but on the inside you can glue some styrofoam or something, velvet or something it's pleasant to wear. Velvet lined, 3D printed. But I could. It would take me half an hour to model the legs in CAD, and then I just inverse them, and then I have to section them in sections big enough on my 3D printers. So I could probably, with running the printer day and night in a week or two, have all the pieces that you can clamp together to have a mold for actually casting. So maybe I should look into that latex pouring rubber thing again.
That would be that could be very heavy if you do it in a weird way. How flexible filament can you print? Or would that be too
That
expensive?
that is actually a good thing. You get flexible filament actually.
Yeah, but I don't know how flexible it is. Maybe
no, but I mean, it's not like he's bending his knees when he's walking with us. So it doesn't need to be that flexible.
As long as it's not plastic rigid, it might be okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. I'll look into that. Of course, it's probably not the cheapest filament, but
definitely not.
Spending 14 weeks in making a mold and buying some rubber casting material and then failing in that a couple of times and buying a new batch, and that's not cheap either. So, but other than that, big projects, the biggest one is not on my list, and I'm not going to make it into a YouTube video either. I'm having, it feels fancy saying my contractor, but I'm going to have the guy who dug our sewage pipes 2 years ago to come by in the next couple of weeks to look at and give a quote for pouring a concrete slab for a garage. So depending on how much that is going to be, I might start a garage build this year. But if it will be completed this year or not, I'm not sure of. I mean, between us, it's a workshop. But if you ask the wife, it's a garage.
Same.
Yeah. And we all know the definition of a garage. It's a volume where you theoretically can put a car.
A bit like my garage. Although my garage was built and designed in the 1970s, and modern cars are not that size anymore.
No.
So it's the size for a motorcycle.
Yeah, that's the same here. It was built for a Volkswagen Bug or a Beetle, yeah.
But I mean, you don't have to do a build video about it, but you could do video diary of this is how far it's come, this is the plans, this is the. If you want something to ramble about, you can walk around on the slab or in the empty space and just talk to the camera if you feel like it.
Yeah,
because you do like to ramble.
Oh, yes. So it might be a Patreon special.
Yeah.
A daily update on the garage. Yeah.
Daily might be a bit much.
Wow. How to lose every Patreon subscriber. I think my only big project for it was going to be over the winter, but how the winter's almost gone. I've only got 8 weeks of winter left. I won't even have bought the materials in that time. Was to redo the bench. I don't know if that's ever going to happen. I mean, it might. Not this winter, it won't.
Redo the bench? Which bench was that?
No, my main bench, like completely rebuild it.
No, the workbench.
The workbench.
Yeah, I thought you meant a sitting bench.
Like a sitting bench. Like, oh yeah. So
no,
you have a bench in your garden where you sit and hold hands with your wife and drink tea and yeah.
Wife? Garden? What?
Luxuries.
In
the not wife in the not garden.
Yeah, we've got a balcony and we're not married. No.
Exactly.
The person
not wife, not garden.
The person you least despise in this world, and a communal area with some green shrubbery.
Got some pot plants, yeah. That'll do.
I mean, it is really funny to go out in a park for everyone and just carry your own bench with you because you don't want to use the public one.
Don't want to share a public bench. So that's why I've got this elaborate dolly system. We tow it behind the car, and then we just wheel it to a nice spot, have a sandwich, and go home again.
I mean, do you have a trailer hitch on your car? You could take one of those bicycle racks that you put on and weld that to a bench. That you could have a bench attachment to your car.
Absolutely. Well, you've seen them in like those overlanding videos where someone has a toilet on their
Exactly.
on their trailer hitch. So yeah, this is just a natural progression from that, really. Yeah, 2-seater toilet.
I remember they did that on Top Gear, and of course I couldn't trust any of my friends to be within a mile using that toilet. At least I would have to have the keys in my pocket. But then again, it's like, it's a modern car, so as long as the cars are in a football pitch distance of the car, anybody can start it, and then you will be sitting there going 50 miles an hour with a torpedo in the tube. But my biggest fear would be, though, that the mount would break while we were sitting on it, because what is it mounted to? A very girthy steel penis-shaped thingy, and then I would not be brute forced by gravity. Let's not paint a more vivid picture.
That's a fun trip to A&E, isn't it?
Yeah. I was sitting on my car hitch toilet.
Of course you were, sir.
Yeah.
Now, we're going to get some of this fine rubber tubing and try and inject some some saline up there and some lubrication, and maybe it'll pop out in no time.
I mean, you will have given a doctor the winning hand for story time at the next conference he's going to.
Yeah, you'll be the top contender on the list that they have on all the lunch rooms in all the hospitals with things they found in people's bottoms. That's
going to be the. Is it a proctologist?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Proctologists' top trumps.
It haunts me to this day. While I was studying, a friend of mine, she was studying to become a nurse, and I was invited to a party. I was the only one there who were not studying or working within any health-related sector. So there were nurses, doctors, students, psychologists, and whatnot, and these people are studying and with great interest digging into the taboos and the interesting and the dark crevices of biology. And I, as a 20-year-old bloke, was not prepared for those discussions that they, with such ease, could have while drinking and eating. And it scars me to this day. And the reason I said the list that all the hospitals have on their lunchroom of things people put in them bottoms, that is because that is actually a thing. So think about that before you're putting things in any orifice. You might end up in the lunchroom of your local hospital, and is that your 15 minutes of fame? Think about it.
I'll try and consider that next time. No.
Is this what I want to be famous for? That's what you're supposed to think before you.
No, I don't want to be famous. Some people search for, fame and fortune. I don't want to be famous. Thank you.
I think it's someone who said they wanted to be. I mean, the peak in your profession. And people still don't know who you are. And then they talked about the drummer of Coldplay. One of the biggest bands, and making a shitload of money, but can walk freely in the streets. And I think he did a cameo in a movie where they played a Coldplay song, and he cameoed as the drummer. Nobody noticed. That's how famous you are, but you can still walk amongst the normal people. And that's
Good amount of fame.
I can pop out and go and buy a pint of milk, and no one knows who the hell I am.
Exactly.
That's the dream.
I do think I saw a clip here the other day. I think it was one of the musicians in Red Hot Chili Peppers. They were entering a concert venue, and the guards at the gate, they just jumped him because he was just leisurely strolling like he owned the place. And then they're like, this long-haired, hippie-looking guy, we better run him down. And then someone with authority came and that's one of the people in the band. Someone had an awkward day at work after that.
Being the age I am now, I'm sure there are people who are very, very famous who I have never even heard of.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that being said, though, I mean, most famous people you or any of us have probably never heard of. So it's, yeah, don't think it's an old thing. But of course it helps.
It does help.
Isn't being old and ignorant just wonderful?
Yeah. And then you top it with the cherry of Alzheimer's, and then you live happily ever after.
I don't know what that is, and I don't care to know what it is either.
Yeah, don't caring is.
Yeah.
But
you spend all those years really, really, really caring about what other people think of you, and then there's just that switch where it's like, I just don't care.
Exactly. And on that happy note, and speaking of living happily ever after, maybe we should end this episode and jump on over to the Half Pint and discuss you moving, Phil.
Good plan.
Yes. Sounds intriguing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Got it all planned out. Just
Well,
apart from some minor details.
minor details.
Minor details.
So thank you everyone for listening, and yeah, we'll start discussion migration in the Half Pint. So see you there.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Ta-ta.